Okay, still making gene maps. Might remember from the previous example that they gave us a list of distances, and in this case, what they've given us is a table of distances, which is really not that big a deal. What this says is that, say, gene W to gene X is a distance of 5 units. Gene W to gene Y is 7 units. Gene W to gene Z is 8 units, and so on like that. So you can look up all these different distances for 4 genes on the table. A couple little features to notice. There are blanks down the diagonal because the difference from distance from gene W to gene W is either 0 or not measurable. Same with X to X, Y to Y, and Z to Z, so that's what those are for. Also, you might notice there's some symmetry in this table. 578, 578, 23, 23, 1, 1. That's because this number, say, is measuring how far is it from gene W to gene X, and this one is measuring from X to W. These are the same number, and you probably get the point. I'll just do a couple more. This is from W to Y. This number is from Y to W. Not surprisingly, those match, and so on. So when you're working with a table like this, you can either use this triangle of numbers, or you can use the other triangle of numbers. Either one will do the job. You don't have to do them all, or you'll find there's a lot of redundant information if you try to do them all. So let's get in here and see if we can draw a gene map. You remember the first step? Step 1 is find the 2 genes which are the furthest apart, the biggest number on the whole list, and do them first. They're on the 2 ends of your chromosome. So this 8 for genes W and Z tells us they're going to be on the far ends 8 units away from each other. So this line will be our chromosome. It has a W, W, there we go, on one end, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units away on the other end is gene Z. Okay, so that takes care of those two. Now, it says from gene W to Y is 7 units. I can't go to the left, but I can go to the right, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Y goes right there. That doesn't seem too bad. Check that off. From W to X apparently is 5 units. So W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts gene X right there. Huh. Okay, well, this was a little boring. They all landed in alphabetical order. And we're done already. We can use the other information on this chart just to make sure we did it right. But as you can see, we've already placed all 4 genes, so you could technically stop right here if it's a test and you're in a hurry. If you have an extra minute, here's something you can do to confirm. From X to Y should be 2 units. 1, 2. Yep. From X to Z should be 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Good. From Y to Z should be 1 unit. Yep. So by using these numbers, you can just stress test the data in another way and make sure that you haven't made any mistakes. If you ever get a gene that's out of position, it can be really tricky to try to correct one of these when it's half finished. I'd say probably just wipe it and start over. It doesn't take that long.